and welcome back to another Artifact Corner. Today we will be looking at a late Victorian teacup owned by Fannie Delord Webb Hall. We know this because her name is etched onto the cup. On one side it says Frances D. Hall, and on the other side it says Plattsburgh, New York. Fannie spent the first 4 years of her life here in Plattsburgh, and then she and her husband Frank moved to Plattsburgh in the 1860s and decided to stay. They lived the rest of their lives here, with Fannie passing away in 1913. Fannie spent more than 50 years of her life in her beloved Plattsburgh and was a very well-regarded citizen of the city. Let's learn a bit more about the history of Plattsburgh, New York. Plattsburgh is named after its founder, Zephaniah Platt. He was originally from Poughkeepsie, which is right on the Hudson River in southern New York State. In 1784, Zephaniah, along with 2 of his brothers and some other associates, obtained a state grant of nearly 33,000 acres of land along the Saranac River. In March of the following year, Charles Platt and a group of settlers arrived in what is today Plattsburgh and began constructing residences and commercial properties. The population of Plattsburgh in 1785 was a whopping 32 people. The settlement of Plattsburgh had begun. In 1788, the state legislature created Clinton County, and in 1815, the legislature made a village at Plattsburgh, geographically and politically separate from the rest of the town. In 1797, the first structure on our grounds was built, a small 2-room cabin which Henry Delord purchased in 1810. He then began expanding the structure, and by 1814, the house looked almost exactly the way it looks to this day. By the time the Delords had finished their home, the population had grown significantly, boasting over 3,500 residents by 1820. One of the biggest events in Plattsburgh's history is the Battle of Plattsburgh, which took place on September 11, 1814. It was a resounding American victory, and really showcased the amazing military mind of Commodore Thomas McDonough. Following the battle, the troops left Plattsburgh, and life continued on. By the 1830s, there was a sawmill, gristmill, and blacksmith shops, all using the power of the Saranac River to run their operations. The population was growing as well. The 1840 census states that the population had nearly doubled to 6,400 residents. The community continued to grow both in population and businesses. In 1902, the village of Plattsburgh officially became a city. In 1955, the Air Force established the 380th Bombardment Wing in Plattsburgh, and it operated here until its closure in 1995. Plattsburgh is also home to a SUNY University, which was founded in 1889 and held its first classes on September 3, 1890. The SUNY Plattsburgh campus is still open today. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Plattsburgh's population as of 2024 was 19,758 residents. Our cut glass teacup is in very good condition, and we still have the matching saucer. Fannie was a proud resident of Plattsburgh, and this neat little teacup showcased her pride in living here. It is also a lovely piece of Victorian kitchenware, and we are so lucky to have it in our collections. Thanks so much for stopping by, and if you're in Plattsburgh, stop by and see us.